Russia is ending a deal to export Ukrainian grain through the Black Sea, and at least 5 people were killed in flash flooding in Pennsylvania over the weekend. 2 children are still missing. Good morning. I'm Corva Coleman from NPR News, and here are today's top stories. Russia says the international grain deal brokered by the UN and Turkey is over. It expires today, and the Kremlin says Russia will not renew its participation. NPR's Joe Hernandez reports the agreement had allowed Russian agricultural products and Ukrainian grain to safely travel through the Black Sea despite the war.
The deal brokered by Turkey and the United Nations last summer permits shipments to leave from 3 Ukrainian ports carrying foods like corn, wheat, and barley. Ukraine has been called the breadbasket of Europe, and experts say the deal has helped ease world hunger and avoid a spike in food prices. Russian President Vladimir Putin says a part of the deal that was also supposed to make it easier for Russia to export food and fertilizer hasn't been fulfilled. The United Nations says that in the roughly 1 year the deal has been in place, Ukraine has exported more than 32 million tons of grain and other foods. Joe Hernandez, NPR News.
Exceptionally heavy rain in the Northeast this weekend turned deadly in Pennsylvania. A sudden flash flood swept onto a road north of Philadelphia, overturning family cars. At least 5 people have been killed and 2 small children are still missing. Local resident Nick Primola says he later drove past cars abandoned in the midst of the deadly flood.
The little creeks that are usually just these calm, serene little waterways trickling down all of a sudden became violent and obviously tragic.
Flash flood warnings went up in Vermont over the weekend, too. That state is still recovering from last week's deadly and catastrophic flooding. There was fear there could be landslides. In the South and West, the danger is from extreme heat. Temperatures in some parts of the Southwest today will hit 115 degrees. Forecasters are warning longtime residents this is not your typical desert heat. It's sticking around for days, and they caution there will be no significant cool down overnight. Authorities in Georgia say officers shot and killed a man suspected of fatally shooting 4 people south of Atlanta. From member station WABE, Alex Helmick reports 2 officers were wounded in an exchange of gunfire with the suspect.
The Henry County Sheriff says the shootout with Andre Longmore took place not far from the 4 separate crime scenes in a small town about 40 miles south of Atlanta. Longmore had been on the run since Saturday morning. Both a Henry County Sheriff's deputy and a Clayton County police officer were shot, with the most severe being hit in the back and helicoptered to an Atlanta hospital. Both are expected to recover. Police did not give a motive, but have named the victims as 67-year-old Scott Levitt and his wife, 66-year-old Shirley, 65-year-old Steve Blizzard, and 66-year-old Ronald Jeffers. For NPR News, I'm Alex Helmick.
You're listening to NPR News from Washington.